got with Born to Roll?
Are we live?
Live on the Hood's Nest, Volume 4.
New mics. We finally got audio
This
equipment.
whole thing is just going to be me laughing and listening to myself.
Yeah.
It's too hot. I can't keep. Do you have to keep both of these on?
No. This is as long as you want to hear. I mean,
Is this for me to hear you?
both. Just to make sure that your
Ooh.
audio's in the mic.
Oh, yeah. You sounded like Barry White.
Deep.
On that one. You sound like Barry White. Yeah. Is this how we sound on the YouTuber?
I hope so.
What's Rumble?
Rumble?
Is that some sort of like
Rumble.
Rumble? Is it like a Facebook or social media thing?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Rumble?
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I've heard of it.
I was we were talking about doing the Bohemian Grove and all that stuff.
Oh, the video. There's a video on Rumble
Is that what it
of
is?
Alex Jones. Yeah.
Well, like that, like with all this P. Diddy crap.
Yeah.
Like it was like the only people that are going to make money off this is X and Rumble.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what is that? What is Rumble? And so
Yeah.
I Googled it and I was like, I still don't know what it is.
Hmm.
But it looks like it's another platform.
I think
guess.
so.
So we could put the Hood's Nest. Is it like a dirty
Rumble?
one now?
It may be, yeah. It's raw.
What would it be if you Googled Hood's Nest on Rumble?
On Rumble.
Yeah.
It's the unedited versions
Yeah.
of our
It's our
podcast.
outtakes where we actually can.
Say what we want to say. Yeah.
That was the whole point of this podcast, though, was to say what we want to say. Then it got kind of like,
Yeah. We got down to it, and the camera turned on, and it was like, okay, maybe we should.
I love how when Liza
filter
turns
it.
it on, she literally acts like a bomb's about to explode.
She sneaks out.
She's like, "Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready to go?" And then she just takes off. It's so funny because it's like it's really not that big a deal. You know, if we start out, we don't have to start out by being like,
Right.
I'm Ryan Hood with
Welcome to the Hood's Nest.
Yes. Speaking of a guy named Ryan Hood, I heard his firm won
Best of the best.
best of the
Number
best, first place. Let's not get that confused with the second and third place logos that look exactly the same as the first place.
Yeah, I don't understand why y'all do that. Times Free Press.
Why
do they do that? Why don't they
Because
put first place on the thing?
so they can
make it known?
charge the same amount of money to the second and third place people?
So
That's
they're
it.
actually genius for doing that. Then.
You don't want to start me shitting on the Times Free Press.
Yeah, well, you know, it was a good event. It was fun. Food was decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I no-showed. I've been to enough. I've been to enough of them. They're just not. My version of hell is a ballroom at the Chattanooga Convention Center,
Yeah.
and like you walk in, they're playing Love Shack,
Uh-huh.
and everybody's just like drugged up or something. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. Those I hate balls
Yeah.
or whatever galas.
Gala, yeah.
Or I hate them all. I understand they're for good causes, but like I don't know how many I backed out of in my 10-year career.
Yeah.
I haven't counted. Like, oh man, you should come to the Hunter Museum for the so and so fundraiser. Like, yeah, sure.
What's the other one? There's another one coming up. The Dare to Dance.
Dare to Dance.
Yeah.
I mean, those are better than the galas where it's like just Marriott dried chicken.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's sitting around a bunch of tables. I don't know. It's just I get flashbacks from having to go to like all these like mandatory things at big firms. Everything was at the convention center, and it was just a bunch of old accountants sitting around eating rubber chicken. And like I get flashbacks when I go in there of like just boredom and not wanting to be there.
Yeah, those TSCPA meetings were terrible. Terrible.
Dude.
They were so bad.
I mean, they were an hour. They seemed like 17 days. You'd be stuck in there, and you'd always get stuck next to like your boss who'd like want you to pay attention.
Yeah.
And you're like, pay attention to what?
Yeah.
Like they're like up there talking about their new treasurer. I don't care.
Yeah, I think Brittany always wanted us to go to those. Shout out Brittany Carmen.
Yeah, shout out. Thanks. I'm sure that really helped them in their future career endeavors. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we haven't done this in a second, so I feel like there's a lot that's happened since the last we recorded.
Yeah, we got. Oh, you just mean in general?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The world.
There has been a lot that's happened.
What's funny is the Trump and Kamala thing. I feel like has died down because P Diddy.
Yeah.
Like now, everybody. It's like Diddy. Everything you look on Facebook, social media, anything is talking about and somebody making fun of it. It's like, dude, you can almost tell like this is like a money machine.
Yeah.
For the news people, like they love for stuff like this to happen.
Terrible. Yeah. The worse, the better.
What's the crime
For P Diddy?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even really know yet. At first, I thought it was like sex trafficking, but I don't know if that's part of it or if it's just like all the abuse from all these different parties and
like
the women
and that people are talking about just seems like a bunch of crazy consensual sex.
Right. Yeah. I mean, is it the same thing as like what's his name?
Epstein?
No, not Epstein. The other dude, the other rapper. Why am I drawing a blank on his name?
Boosie?
No,
Boosie Badass?
Oh my god, why can I not think of his name? He got in trouble like 4 or 5 years ago, or maybe even longer than that, for all the sex stuff. Like for underage.
R. Kelly?
R. Kelly.
He was peeing on people.
Yeah. I mean, is it the same?
This is the time though when you need Dave Chappelle show.
Yeah.
Because back when that happened with R. Kelly and he made that I pee on you song. Yeah. Dude, that was classic. I mean,
is it going to be the same sort of stuff that came out with him?
Man, I don't know. I mean, the crime I think was the video of him beating the crap out of his girlfriend,
trying to get onto the elevator.
Yeah. But then there's obviously something really bad.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Usher deleted his Twitter and like all this stuff, but they were like 14 years old when they like lived with like him and Justin Bieber and all them.
Right.
So maybe it's it has to be some sort of like child pornography.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Because it's been known that these people, these celebrities have these kind of parties. Like it's, they get kinky and if they're like, can you imagine walking into Dwight Howard's 7-foot ass?
No.
In a dress? He's with like some 5-foot R&B singer. R&B singer just.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm with Dwight tonight.
P. Diddy's been having his own form of the Bohemian Grove parties.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's what it made me like think about that. We were looking at the Bohemian Grove stuff, but we could get to that. We'll do that second segment.
Yeah. We'll save that for a second segment because that's gonna be a rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Oh, for sure.
It's a fun one. That one and there's like I looked on like what's the top like 25 conspiracy theories. That one wasn't even on there.
The Bohemian Grove stuff?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't think it's a conspiracy theory. I think it's
a
fact.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot more facts out about it than what when I first heard about it through Alex Jones, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But there's actually a whole lot more information about it than I thought.
Yeah, it's like Wikipedia.
Yeah.
You can like actually look it up.
Yeah.
I was looking up something today, and I was now it's October. You can scroll through, and there's a lot of stuff on Instagram about all these like crazy. I told you I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's another rabbit hole.
It also says people that are prone to relax while watching serial murder documentaries. There may be something wrong with them.
Yeah.
Which I totally do that.
Yeah.
I totally at 9:00 at night. It's like, oh,
that's all you want to watch.
John Wayne Gacy documentary.
I haven't seen that one yet either.
Oh,
is it good?
I mean, good as far as like just the most stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they were all like, because that kind of leads into like devil possession.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are like, they had to be possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man, I don't know, but I'm just glad.
I mean, he had people buried like underneath his house and stuff.
Yeah, and they're all gay. I mean, gay guys.
Yeah.
Like both him and because like it was weird because in the Dahmer documentary, John Wayne Gacy was put to death like the same night that Dahmer like got killed or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean that's what it said in the documentary.
Okay.
There's like 3 things that happened in the same night.
Oh, wow.
And Gacy dude, he's the one that dressed up like a clown.
He's like a clown. Yeah.
That's
I've seen a movie about it, but I haven't watched the documentary.
I think that's probably the most terrifying one I've ever.
The Gacy?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Dahmer was like, he had his own little niche.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I guess they all did. Dude, I don't know, man. Stuff like that, it is so entertaining, but it's like, wow. I mean, the whole point of it, too, at the end of the Dahmer one was like, his dad wrote a book.
Mm-hmm.
All these prophets were coming in. People were sending this dude money in jail that he was like their #1 fan.
Dang.
Yeah, and you got 19 families out there who's like,
yeah, what the heck?
What
about us?
Ended up getting all the money from the book and all this stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it got crazy.
Uh-huh.
He was like a celebrity.
Yeah.
He was a celebrity.
What's the actual documentary on?
It's one of those. It's on Netflix.
Oh, it's also
Yeah.
Netflix. Oh, okay.
It's the
Okay.
monster one. They just did the one with the brothers. And
The Menendez brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about man.
I've watched one thing. It's not that documentary, but I watched another one about them, and it was pretty short and stuff. But I need to watch that too.
Yeah, we can go down a rabbit hole with serial killers.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they weren't serial killers; they just killed their parents.
Yeah,
but I think they still maintain that they were abused.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to make up this big thing about. It's like, man, how could you kill your? First of all, I mean, this is like nobody ever. I mean, only certain people are this crazy.
Yeah,
but like you kill your parents is one thing,
right?
But then you go and say that and lie and say that he molested you your whole life, and that's why you killed him.
That's why you did it. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, is there a saving for that? Like,
I don't.
Can you say, Jesus, I'm sorry, and he just goes, okay. And you did all because Dahmer was the same way. Like he got that's what it was. He got baptized the same night Gacy got the electric chair.
Oh, okay.
And so he tried to get saved. Dahmer tried to get saved, and literally like that night, he got some dude killed him in the workout room.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like, did he get in?
I don't know.
That's
crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
He used to eat testicles.
That's
like you do.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's you're going down a religious rabbit hole there too.
Well, that's just. I mean, it's just, but it's interesting, like, because nobody knows.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's crazy. But Here's one thing I was going to start out with. I know I'm throwing you off. Like it's been like 8 days. Anyway, so one of the things that we wanted to do to try to get more people. And this, by the way, is Sasquatch here from
new
my
mascot
buddy Rob down at Scenic City Cigars. Very cool spot at the end of East Brainerd Road. They got all kind of every kind of cigar that you would want, plus drinks, good atmosphere. They got live bands. It's a very cool spot, which I think a lot of people know about because it's crowded every single time I go in there. But we were talking about him putting a humidor up here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh, gosh.
That'd be cool.
I might not leave.
No.
Like if I can smoke.
Just put a bed up here.
Yeah. I'm sure the tenants would love that. There'd be no gossiping going on. Brian, does he live here now?
Yeah. I heard something snoring upstairs.
Yeah, I heard some
bear up there.
No, it'll be smoke. It'll be like cigar smoke, completely stenching up this.
Well, like I told you, you can just put those filters up on the wall and it'll be okay.
It's true.
You can smoke
rabbit thing.
Rabbit. It's called rabbit air, I think.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. So we're trying to get more subscribers to our YouTube channel. I feel like I need to look at the camera when I'm talking to people.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
More subscribers to YouTube channels, and I think right now we have 4. So
that's good.
Yeah.
So let's see. I got to start somewhere.
No, it's literally my 2 sons and their friends.
Okay. Maybe they spread it around the school.
Yeah. Well, the whole academy.
Yeah. All Silverdale.
But yeah, so more views.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most we had, I don't know, it's pretty, I don't know the metrics to go by. I think one might have got up to 120, 150 or something like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a giveaway to win. Either we get 1,000 views or 100 subscribers. Mm-hmm. We're going to do a giveaway. And the giveaway is...
What is it?
So what we're going to do, this is crazy. Liza's going to kill me. So we're going to do 2 tickets to see any act you want at the Sphere in Las Vegas. So 2 plane tickets, hotel room, and good seats too to the Sphere. I ain't going to put you up at the top.
Yeah.
So
I'll
that's
put my name in for it. I'm going to become a subscriber.
Let's see, my mom's out there right now. She's in Vegas, and she went to see the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to see the Eagles. I mean, the Eagle. I bet
that was cool though.
Yeah, if you like,
I like the Eagles.
If you like Desperado, I'm gonna slip my wrist over and over. She used to play that song. Oh my God, dude, over and over in the car.
Uh-huh.
It was back in the day when you had a tape, and then it just flipped over to the other song, and it was like Desperado, Hotel California. Right. Desperado for 2 straight weeks, and I finally went.
I'm gonna break it.
Yeah, her and my sister. My sister will karaoke it too, just to piss me off. I'm like, I hate the Eagles.
It'll ruin the Eagles. It'll ruin the Eagles for you.
I'm sure that at that that age group and that like they probably say the same about what some of the stuff, but
No.
yeah, and then like I think it's the Eagles, U2, and then I think Grateful Dead
Mm-hmm.
did like a little bit. So like I
Yeah.
no interest whatsoever until like who would you go like what would be like okay like I'm gonna go. What's one person that would drag you to Vegas? You know who they said they're
Huh.
thinking about getting
Huh.
this, but this is just so stupid.
Huh.
Zach Brown band.
To go to the Sphere.
Yeah,
Hmm.
all the people. I saw
I
them.
mean, he'll probably get a bunch of people to go to it though. Do you know what the
saw them at
capacity?
Rhythm and Blue Brews.
Yeah.
I saw him downtown Chattanooga. I ain't
When
going
was
to
that?
Vegas.
When was that?
I mean, it was 25, 30 years ago
Mm-hmm.
when they were
Just
playing.
starting out.
I think they're from Athens, Georgia.
Yeah.
So like, but they changed. Like
Yeah.
their music was good, and then it got mainstream.
Mainstreamed. Yeah.
And just sucked. Like
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't like it, but
Yeah.
I mean, of all the ones I just crapped on, if you like the Eagles, U2,
Zach Brown band.
Zach, that's not even signed. It was like, ooh, this is the more, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
like I would go see Travis Scott there.
Oh, I mean, it'd be sick. It'd be
That'd be
so
crazy.
sick. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean I would like to see.
well, they just had a UFC event there, didn't they? At
Oh,
the
yeah.
Sphere. Yeah.
Yeah, which that's what kind of made me think because it was like they were celebrating Mexican Independence Day, and I was like, wait a minute, isn't that Cinco de Mayo? And this is wait, was I wrong? What is Cinco?
I
Is
don't know.
Cinco de Mayo not Mexican Independence Day?
I don't know what Cinco de Mayo actually celebrates. To be honest with you,
It's called
the Spanish-American War. We're showing how stupid we actually are right now.
It's actually, I mean, to me, it's going to
Clearly, we're not history
a
buffs.
Mexican restaurant and hearing the local band play while you drink
Yeah.
cervezas.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just a good excuse to go drink margaritas.
There we go. Here we go. It celebrates Mexico's victory over the Second French Empire at the Battle of Puebla in 1862. Boy, I was way off.
Yeah. No.
So I guess there's another. Okay, so Mexican Independence Day was whatever that night was
Okay.
because they called it. I don't remember, but Sean O'Malley got that ass whipped.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Whipped.
Yeah.
Which
I haven't been following UFC here lately. I don't know why. I used to be obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Like throughout high school and then college and stuff. But I don't know. All of a sudden, I just kind of got out of it. Especially when McGregor stopped fighting. Like I don't know, man. I just kind of fell out of love with it.
I love to bet on it.
Yeah.
From the low card to the high card.
Yeah.
Like take that underdog that's like a plus 600 and watch him get the shit kicked out of him and get mad at the TV like you suck.
Uh-huh.
Because I love you can see them and just totally judge them on how they're like, what do you call it? Ghost fist boxing whatever in the mirror.
boxing.
You can look and see how serious they are. See what kind of shit they're talking. You're like, oh, that dude means business. I'm betting on him.
Yeah.
Then he gets in there in 2 seconds.
Ass beat.
He gets out. Yeah. But I bet against Sean O'Malley because I was like, his reign has got to be over. Like he was just too cocky.
Yeah.
As I say, you get to a point where it's like Conor McGregor. Like, why did you go change everything that made you who you were?
Mm-hmm.
Like you changed your whole training staff. You changed you got more cocky.
Yeah.
And then you're total you're like what was the dude Chuck Liddell?
Yeah.
It's like now you're not gonna if you get in another fight you're gonna lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's just like Mike Tyson. Like you're done.
Yeah, I'm not for the whole Mike Tyson Jake Paul thing at all.
Well, even when Tyson was trying to come back 20 years ago,
Yeah.
he would just get his ass kicked because he was just not. He wasn't in the shape that he was, or didn't have the eye of the tiger.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
while we're talking about sports, what do you think about Tennessee, Oklahoma?
Well, I bet on Tennessee -7, so I was very happy. I was extremely worried that in that last fourth quarter that they were going to come back and cover the spread.
Seriously.
But
You think it would have been a different game if they had played that quarterback the entire time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to have a huge problem with a running quarterback like Jalen
Milroe.
Yeah. I don't know. I walked away I was so torn because I was like, I want to be excited, but I'm still stuck in the Vols let me down all the time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, dude, fans are just stupid across the board.
Yeah.
Like they just need to get a life. Like get a life outside of Georgia football or Alabama football or Tennessee football.
Mm-hmm.
And don't now start wearing Tennessee shit.
Oh, I knew that
Don't
was
do
going to
it.
happen.
Don't
Yeah,
you dare.
yeah.
Don't you dare jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Especially when you didn't go through the Pruitt years or
No.
the Butch Jones years or
Yeah.
the
No.
Dooley years.
No. I don't want to see your flag.
Yeah.
Like, go take
No.
your wife beater, Tennessee wife beater off and go back home.
We have been through the shitter.
Yeah. So I will. Something that happened that I think that would be a funny story is that my wife had her 20-year reunion, right? Which I think I kind of told you.
Yeah,
this. But
You're going
she
to
had
reveal.
yes. So she had her 20-year reunion, and this guy, Georgia fan, big burly, bearded guy, Georgia hat, Georgia shirt. First of all, it is a fashion no-no to wear 3 articles of your team clothing on not game time.
Yeah.
If there's not a game going on, you can't wear a Tennessee hat, a Tennessee shirt, and like something else orange.
Right.
You look like a fucking idiot.
Right.
And same with Georgia. Like, if you go to your high school reunion, you went to high school with these people 20 years ago, and you go plop your fat ass in front of the TV,
Mm-hmm.
and you're yelling at the Oklahoma Tulane-Tulsa game. You got a problem. You got a serious problem.
Especially if you hadn't bet on it. If you bet on it,
Which
okay.
I did.
Yeah.
And I bet on it, and I didn't go to school there. So, like, why would you even go to your reunion to watch football?
Yeah.
Like, you're not interacting with anybody,
Mhm.
right? Like, I was just absolutely, this guy just made me mad.
Mm-hmm.
And so when Tulane, which is a totally meaningless game, so Tulane scored and I covered, so I just start, just giving it hell.
Mhm.
And he turns around, he's like, "Hey, ain't none of that."
Uh-huh.
I said, "Yeah, there is some of that." I said, "You got money on it?" He said, "No, but if Oklahoma this and that, then that makes Georgia look better, and Georgia gets better in the polls."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my God!" And he goes, "All I know is they better be putting that Georgia-Kentucky game on. Better not see no Texas or Tennessee up there." And I thought, "Oh, really? Really? Okay, you should not have said that around me." So yeah, I go up to the bartender was wearing a Tennessee hat. And so I slipped him a hundy and said, "Hey, make sure the Tennessee game stays on the whole time."
That was Tennessee Kent State, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was 42-0. This guy's pissed. I mean, he is pissed at the Georgia-Kentucky, which ended up being a great game.
Yeah.
Which I left, but I asked my wife, I said, "Did they keep that?" She goes, "The whole time. They never turned the Tennessee
That's
game
so
off."
awesome. That is so awesome.
So, like, yes, I could just totally, like, that's what I think of now when I think of Georgia fans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've known some really cool Georgia fans, but ones like that, and even Tennessee ones.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, what is your problem?
Yeah.
Like, what is, like, root for your team and, like, be excited, but, like, don't go to this insane level of just stupidness where you're like, you do got to remember they're 19 and 20 years old.
Yeah.
They could go to Arkansas and totally shit the bed.
Right.
I mean, if that's a noon game, you go to somewhere like Arkansas is a really tough place to play.
Yeah.
Always has been. I mean, they were like a possession away from being 3-0. I mean, they had Oklahoma State at Oklahoma State.
Right.
And they beat Auburn pretty handily. So, like,
oh, I know.
I'm saying, like,
it's not going to be just a little.
I'm not optimistic, but if you do look at Tennessee's schedule, like, it is a very favorable. You look at Georgia's schedule, holy moly.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. Oklahoma's schedule is bad.
But, like, Tennessee's, you got, if you just look at the ranked teams, you got, because we don't play South Carolina. I don't think we
Do
play.
we not?
No.
Really?
I don't think so.
Huh. I thought we did play South Carolina. I know we don't play Missouri. I know we don't play Ole Miss.
Right. No, Georgia plays Ole Miss.
Georgia plays Ole Miss. So we have Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas. I'm trying to think of, like, the tough games.
We got Mississippi State, which looks like a cakewalk.
Yeah, they're terrible.
And then we may play it's either Kentucky or South Carolina.
We always play Kentucky.
And Vandy.
Yeah, and Vandy.
So I don't think
Vandy,
dude.
And they
almost beat Missouri.
Almost beat Missouri. Yeah.
Was it? They say the kicker tried to kill himself, but he couldn't kick the stool out from underneath him.
Which the week before they got beat by Georgia State. I don't know how good Georgia State is, but I mean,
well, you know, Georgia State's got all those kids that probably transfer portaled out, and they probably it's total.
Well, isn't that who beat Tennessee?
Georgia State.
Yeah, that one year, like second, third game of the year,
maybe
when we had Guantanamo Bay running the show.
I blacked out during those years.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. No,
that's why it's hard for me to be like. What I love is that we're we will be in the conversation.
Yeah.
Even if we lose to Alabama and Georgia,
Yeah.
I think we'll still be in the top, whatever, is it 12, 16?
Yeah, 12. 12 teams.
I don't know. If you lose 2 and then you don't win the SEC championship, I guess it'll depend on how Ole Miss and all the rest of them fall out.
Well, yeah, and
it's still like 12 teams. Like
Yeah.
before, it was like you lost 2 games, your season's over.
Yep.
You got 5 people playing in the bowl game.
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
You know, but now
Which
it's
is
like,
what's so awesome about
Yeah.
the 12 team is you can do that. You can lose those 2 games and still be
oh, we got Florida.
yeah.
Florida. So,
At home, thankfully.
and UTEP.
The Miners.
We don't play South Carolina. Yeah, we don't play South Carolina.
That's odd. I feel like we've always played South Carolina.
Yeah, I mean they were in the East, so like
Yeah. Oh yeah, with it being with the
Yeah.
East and West being going.
But yeah, they Arkansas, so they're off. Then Arkansas, Florida, Alabama, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Georgia, UTEP, and Vanderbilt.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, it is definitely set up for us to at least finish, with maybe 2 losses.
I
at
was
most,
surprised
hopefully.
that the way they played, especially the second half, I felt like I was watching Philip Fulmer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely slowed down. They
Yeah.
definitely pulled back on the offense for
Yeah.
sure.
So I mean,
Definitely pulled back.
because I was thinking like we turned it over at the 2-yard line or right around the 5-yard line, and then they
And then
turned it right back over.
right.
And then they had that lateral
Mm-hmm.
that went, and I thought, if it weren't for those 2 mistakes,
Yeah.
but I think Tennessee would have opened it up a little more.
For sure.
But they definitely, I mean, Oklahoma couldn't do shit.
No.
I mean,
No, we
Yeah.
the score does not reflect how that game went.
no. I mean, they couldn't move. They didn't have a first down for like,
No. Our
Ever.
defensive line was absolutely eating their O-line.
which that's what I'm like. Are they going to be able to do that against
Georgia and Alabama. Yeah.
Because Alabama, like they shut kind of the run down. I mean, we've ran it 4 million times.
I know.
And he wasn't really.
So we were missing 2 starters on our line.
Oh.
We had we were missing left tackle Lance Hurd, and then I think our right tackle maybe.
Yeah.
I know that there was 2 guys in there that were not starters on the O-line.
Oh.
And then one of those dudes got hurt halfway through the game. I think he ended up coming back in though.
Huh.
Spraggins, I think is his name.
Man, I
So,
don't know.
but anyway, it did take a little bit for the run game to get going. The
Yeah.
blocking was not good at the first.
No.
Um,
No, it was like it was one of those Tennessee games where I was just kind of like, I wonder
Mhm.
if he's gonna, because we got Nico who's
6'6",
6'5",
yeah.
and he's pretty elusive and fast. Like,
Yeah.
can
Yeah, take off with
dude.
take off
Like,
with.
come on.
So I'm glad some of our offensive possessions ended the way they did because he hasn't been pressured really yet,
Yeah.
and I think he needs to learn that because he held on to the ball a couple times. One of those
Yeah.
fumbles,
Right.
or no, there were 2 fumbles.
2
He
fumbles,
fumbled
yeah.
twice, yeah. And so I think that's going to help him with his mental clock. I think he needs to get better with his mental clock.
He's probably distracted from being out with Morgan Wallen Friday night.
Yeah. Was that Friday night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they were in Neyland on Friday. Heupel,
Was
Nico,
Brew McCoy?
Brew,
Yeah.
McCoy,
Yeah.
and then
I
Peyton
thought that
Manning
was
was coming back.
Sunday.
Oh, was it?
I think it was Sunday.
I hope it was Sunday.
Yeah.
That shit was Friday. They need to have a
No
talk.
way. No way they did that Friday.
Dude, I hate to say this, but Morgan Wallen's getting on my damn nerves. Dude, he's getting on my nerves. Man, he was my favorite. I saw him at Heartstrings.
Uh-huh.
Him, Luke Combs, John Party, what was that other dipshit's name that comes all the time? He's all Loveless, something Kelly Loveless.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Randy Hauser.
Oh, he's good. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the best, and that was all he had was whiskey glasses and
Uh-huh.
that first album.
That album was solid.
And it was
Great album.
every song. And then we went and saw him in Denver. We're in the pit. He threw his guitar pick, hit me right in the freaking chest.
No way.
I got his guitar pick.
Really?
I do.
That's worth some money, maybe.
I'll have to ask Rachel.
Yeah.
Because she's like, you'll lose it. I was like, yeah, I know. But I saw Hardy's fat. Dude, has he gained 120 pounds?
Has he?
Hardy?
Yeah.
Just look him up. He's got
Really?
shorts on. He's got, dude, he looks like.
I don't really like Hardy that much.
I do. He came here, like he came to a memorial, and he puts on a great show.
Yeah.
Like him and Morgan Wallen both put on. Like when we were in Denver, that was probably the best concert that I've ever been to.
Really?
Until I took my son to a Travis Scott concert.
Yeah.
And it got
Great. Yeah.
That was
I
wild.
tried to warn you.
That was wild.
Yeah.
That was wild, but it was fun. I
Mhm.
mean, nothing like taking your 13-year-old to an
Well,
atmosphere.
Hardy's got some of those songs that are like full blown rock songs,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like I don't
The
know. I
crossover.
like his
That's
country
what's
stuff.
irritating me about Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
Stop doing songs with Moneybag
And,
Yo.
yeah, Little Dirt,
Stop.
Broadway Girls.
Stop.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
Like
I agree.
sing your songs. Quit trying to do the crossover. You look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Like you look like you already are. Like if you weren't famous, you'd just be some ugly dude at the gas station.
Mhm.
Like quit crossing over into
Yeah.
really.
Speaking of crossover, what do you think about Post Malone doing all these country songs with all these different guys?
I don't like it. I mean, I don't like. I've listened to the album,
Mhm.
and I can't get into it.
Mhm.
I don't know why.
There's some that I like. The one with Tim McGraw's okay.
Yeah.
I don't like the one with Luke Combs. I don't know the name of it, but I do not like that one. And then the one with Morgan Wallen is, which I think that's kind of the biggest
Same
one
with
out
Luke
right
Combs.
now.
I used to love Luke Combs.
Yeah.
First album, great album. Second one, The rest of them,
Mhm.
I can't listen to them. And I've seen him in concert. I think I've seen Luke Combs twice in concert, and it's pretty boring.
Yeah.
I mean, he just stands there. Morgan Wallen's jumping all. It's a show.
Right.
Hardy's is a show. I mean, he's got, you talk about some followers out there.
Mhm.
I mean, we were at that concert and there were people that knew every word to his song, which
Oh, wow.
the crazy song, like you screaming.
The screamo
Yeah,
song.
I was like, I was like, I knew this girl, like
Yeah.
she knows this the whole song. But yeah, that I don't know. I don't like this Morgan Wallen thing. Like just the look on his face. Like I feel like he's hit that level of celebrity.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
He's like Diddy.
Yeah.
Like, you
It's
just-
gotten too mainstream
Yeah.
for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like some of these people. It's almost like Adam Sandler. It's like used to be. You made every. I understand you age and the humor is not the same,
Mhm.
but quit making these movies that are so
Yeah.
depressing. Like you're a funny guy.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, you're a funny guy. We don't want to see you in eternal sunshine of the fucking whatever. What is he making? You know what I'm talking
Jim
about?
Carrey.
Yeah, he got to where he was making serious movies. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
this is freaking Ace Ventura.
Yeah. Making what? Yes Man or what is it? Yeah.
At
Wasn't
least
he in
that
that?
one it was a comedy though.
Yeah.
These ones they try to make where they're trying to be creative and artsy fartsy.
Mhm. Well, he's
Yeah.
pretty artsy fartsy.
Jim Carrey is?
Yeah. Like it's like actual painting artsy
Yeah.
fartsy. He's pretty good.
I guess they just get bored.
Yeah.
They get bored of being famous and rich, and they're like,
Yeah.
you know what? I got to channel my artistic
Mhm.
side. It's like a
Yeah.
dude from my favorite rapper is Andre from Outkast.
Uh-huh.
He put a whole album out of him playing a flute. I read about it and was like, what?
Yeah,
Andre 3000?
Uh-huh.
And I thought there would have been way more publicity.
Yeah.
And so I go to Spotify. You should look up on Spotify. It's
The
only like
whole thing is him playing a flute. Is there any singing?
No, it's just literally him playing a flute. It's so terrible.
So speaking about like conspiracy stuff, so do you think with like Morgan Wallen and all these people that start off with their like good music and then the further they get into it, do you think that some of these like record labels and these big time music producers force them to start making music like that because they know that that's what's going to
That's the
sell?
crowd.
Yeah, and it's like if they sign to these labels, they're like, "Hey, you're either going to make this music or
Yeah.
you're not going to be. You're going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
nothing."
Yeah, I think that happens to everybody. I think that's why you see somebody like to switch to like Adam Sandler sign a Netflix deal where he like goes out and says, I want to make the shittiest movie and watch it go number one.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's him flipping his middle finger at whatever production company. But yeah, that
Right.
definitely like Morgan Wallen is like they're gonna be pushing him to cross over into the mainstream so he can make more money
Yeah.
and exposure to like people who like rap music.
Right.
They're like, oh, Morgan Wallen, who's
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Like, well, don't listen to that song.
Right.
Jeez, they're horrible.
Yeah.
I
Well,
hate
especially after his little video came out of him being,
it.
a
Racial.
little racial.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
got to fix it now, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There's just when I saw that video of him coming out with all the Tennessee players and then Peyton comes out in like a
Yeah.
ass orange. I just thought,
Yeah.
and everybody's like, this is what more school is not bringing more attention and stuff. And I'm just like, this just looks weird. I'm sorry, dude.
Uh-huh.
Because I remember Kenny Chesney used to be the Morgan Wallen,
Yeah.
because he's from East Tennessee.
Right.
He talk about, he play football. Like, dude, you're 4'7".
Dude, he is a small little guy.
Oh, yeah,
He's
like,
tiny.
The boys will fall.
That's a
But he had a
nostalgic song.
concert at Neyland and packed the whole place out. Had back in that day, Peyton Manning came out again.
Oh,
and sang
really?
it back where I come from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he had Kid Rock was there. Was a dude Uncle Cracker?
Uh-huh.
Remember that
Yeah,
dude?
yeah, yeah.
Brooks and Dunn and Rascal Flatts.
Okay.
I mean, that was back in the day. So I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
now we've entered the whole.
Yeah.
But Morgan Wallen's just an ugly dude. Like he is ugly. He is UGLY. Is he not?
He's
an ugly dude.
he's from the hills of East Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, he is an ugly dude.
Yeah, yeah.
But now, it's like Kid Rock. Like, you're an ugly man.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah,
know that's his name?
Bob. Yeah, his name's Bob.
Bob. I never knew that.
Yeah, old Bob.
Bob.
Him and Trump, they call each other Don and Bob.
And Bob.
Yeah. Have you seen that thing on where he lives in Nashville, where Kid Rock lives? a
I've heard
golden-
about yeah. I've heard about his like golden like elevator or whatever. Yeah,
It's got a golden elevator right when you walk in or something. He says it's a one bedroom.
yeah.
The whole place is like 20,000 square feet. It's just one giant bedroom. And you don't think he's got some P. Diddy parties over there?
Yeah. Well,
All
dude,
those guys do that.
he was on Rogan talking about Bohemian Grove and
Oh,
how
really?
yeah he had gone there and he's like, yeah, I punched somebody and they kicked me out of the club. Like, of course you did.
Yeah, could you imagine being like completely clueless, walking into any of those places,
Yeah.
and some dude just comes up and is like hitting on you and like expecting you to like do something?
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
there's
most
no
you just knock them out.
Yeah.
Like, there's no price.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be famous that bad.
No.
You know, I'll go back. You know, take me back to Chattanooga. you know, like,
Seriously.
no. I think some people though, when they're faced with that, you don't know how you'll respond.
Right.
You know, like
That's very true.
they'll do anything to get famous, and it's like, well, like the Bohemian Grove. And correct me, I know you've researched it more than I have, but like, I mean, isn't that the thing of these like these kind of billionaire clubs and these, you know, these kind of, I wouldn't say cults, but kind of fraternities
Yeah.
for
That's
men.
a good way to describe it.
They're
Yeah.
male fraternities that are adult fraternities to where you got to get them doing something so screwed up
Yeah.
that you got something on them.
Yeah.
And then same with you, so that
Right.
that way you have this pact.
Yeah. Absolutely.
not gonna
Well, that's what
tell
it
on
seems
each
like
other.
based on what we've read and what we've heard. Yeah, that kind of seems like it's like one big blackmail party.
Yeah.
Like make you do these weird acts and, you know, videotaping is like, hey, if you don't do what we say, it's coming out.
But there's got to be a level where it's like, hey,
Yeah.
you know, like, hey.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll run naked and do cartwheels by myself.
Right.
You know, like,
You're not gonna video me doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even, okay, say that's the top tier. Like you video me doing a naked cartwheel. That's messed up.
Yeah.
But any of this other stuff, where
Yeah.
you're like doing it with bunches of dudes,
Uh-huh.
you know, got stuff all over. I mean, I don't even know. Like that's what my mind. Like, what are you going to come out with about these places that would shock people?
Yeah.
Because at this point in life, like not like baby oil. P. Diddy's talking about baby oil. It's
Right.
like, well, yeah, that's part of any sort of sexual process. I would think that
Right.
would be kind of normal.
Right.
I mean, unless it's with you know.
This is with dudes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but if it's with dudes, like, it's not a crime
No.
to have
it's just-
consensual sex, even if you're gay. That's not a crime.
Right. No, not at all.
Yeah, it's like that's what I don't understand. Like, now him videoing them without their knowledge,
Sure. Yeah.
obviously,
Right.
and keeping tapes for probably blackmail.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's probably no. I mean, Obama was there.
At P. Diddy's thing?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I think there's a difference between P. Diddy's party and P. Diddy freak off.
Yeah.
Like, according to people, you know, they obviously was a party behind the party.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Obama was in it, but there are pictures
Of
of
him.
him at P. Diddy's house,
Oh wow.
which, yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of people that would be
I wonder if
associated.
Epstein was in that.
I'm sure.
Or if P. Diddy was at the island ever.
I think,
Sure.
I think P. Diddy's got many islands.
Yeah, he may. So that's what I'm
crazy.
thinking. That's kind of the same sort of deal. I thought it was an underage girl sort of thing, which
I mean, when you say sex trafficking, like,
yeah,
what does that really mean? Because when I think of sex trafficking, I'm thinking like over in Mexico.
yeah.
You like pimping people, you know, like kidnapping.
Kidnapping kids and
Yeah.
then selling them off to have. Yeah,
I think there's a different sort of sex trafficking with this. but
yeah.
I don't know. I think he's just one of those people that just he just got too much money and he
Yeah.
needed to find the Lord.
I
And,
guess.
you know, it's like,
I haven't gone down the P. Diddy rabbit hole yet.
well,
need
I mean,
to.
it's just one of those things that's like, it's like the debate.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Trump and it was the top, and then this happened,
Mm-hmm.
and like I feel like people, which I'm glad because I'm tired of the Kamala Harris and
Mm-hmm.
Trump shit. Like
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to see any more.
It is annoying. Starting to get really annoying.
What's annoying how when you see her commercials and his commercials, think about the money
Yeah.
that was paid, taxpayer money
Yeah.
that was paid to make those stupid ass
I know.
commercials.
I know.
Like, why don't you take the money from both sides and go do one of the things that you've been promising
You've
to
been
do?
saying to do. Yeah, I know.
It's like get on there and you just take one jab at each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they said it was like 20 million.
Yeah.
That one of the parties, I don't know which party it was, but I mean at this point it's like, can we just get somebody like a general of the army go run for
Seriously.
president? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
do we have to listen to this bullshit anymore? Both of them.
I know.
And it just it's I'm over it, dude. I'm
Yeah.
ready for the election to be over.
I know.
Like I'm ready for it to,
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
can't
ready.
seem to get someone level-headed in there, but I don't think anybody level-headed in there wants that job.
What's crazy because like I listen, I was reading the newspaper and listening to just our local politicians, and
Mhm.
I may be ignorant for saying this, but they sound smarter than the people running for president of the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you
Could
hear
be.
Tim Kelly speak, or even Weston, like hear either one of them speak,
Yeah.
and they present and speak better than those two
Than both of them.
knuckleheads.
Yeah.
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 It's just, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's an absolute, like, because I go through phases. Like, when I hear something, I'll like jump on it and go feed in, and it'd be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, this is pissing me off,
Yeah.
like, really quick.
Yeah.
Like, same with the Diddy thing. It's like, all right, enough's enough. Like,
Oh, that's all that's going to be on the news
yeah.
for the next
Well, it's
2 or 3
because
months.
they put a list out.
Yeah.
They put a list out of people.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And so now, like Usher and Pink deleted their Twitter accounts. And Elon
wow.
Musk put on X, he said, it's more than a social media platform. It's a crime scene. So like, I mean, yeah, I think it's not really it's the people that he could rat out
Uh-huh.
that he's
So
probably
is the list of are they like affiliates with him, or like part of the whole deal, or just people like
there
what's
were
the
people
list?
at his freak off parties.
Oh,
So
okay.
define freak off parties, I don't know. But obviously it's just a bunch of sex.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, what could you be doing that's I mean, I guess you could be eating people like Dahmer, but I think that would come out. I mean, I'm just wondering,
yeah.
like, what's so, like, do you got Kevin Hart with 6 dudes? Like,
Uh-huh.
it's like,
Yeah.
but was it consensual? Like,
Yeah. I
I
don't
mean, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
I'm trying to look at it from like a common sense standpoint.
Right.
Like you go to a party and people are like, "You want to do this?" And you're like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
sure."
Yeah, it's a
And
bunch
then
of
it's-
sex and drugs.
Yeah, it's like, did he?
Yeah.
I mean, Rihanna's there, Beyonce's there.
Yeah.
Like you could probably talk any guy to anything.
Yeah.
You come to those parties.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. It's the we went down the Diddy rabbit hole.
Uh-huh.
I knew that was going to happen. It's like, I mean, it's just so in your face all the time. So, we're at 43 minutes.
Figured we've been talking for a while. We haven't gone into any of the actual topics we were going to talk about today.
What were we going to talk about? I know we're going to talk about
Vehicle deductions.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
Dude, September 15th hit me like a hammer.
Yeah.
Like,
It wasn't that bad. 10/15 is going to be worse.
Well,
way worse.
It's not September 15th. It's the days after
Mm-hmm.
that really rubbed me the wrong way, because you have people, and I love my clients, every single one of them, best of the best. 5
Disclaimer:
years in a row.
we love our clients.
Well, I mean, you do. It's just when it's the same thing every year, and it's the same people every year, and then they want to have a talk on the day of the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you've had 9 months, which I've said this on this thing before, but
Yeah.
it's the same thing now. It's like you've had 10 months, and now you're already 10 months into the current year.
Yeah.
So you're behind.
For
You haven't even
2024.
filed for 2023.
All right.
So it's stressful too, because this is like, there's no extension.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, this is it.
This is it.
Mhm.
So if you haven't done your taxes by now, you're either going delinquent or you're rushing to file them at
Yep.
this point. So it's but yeah, we're going to talk about vehicle depreciation, and just the wonderful rules that surround it, and
Mhm.
because I think everything in accounting, and you could chime in. I'm sure you
Yeah.
probably done more research on the vehicle depreciation, but
Oh, you know just as much as I do.
well, I mean, it's anything in taxation. Anybody asks the questions, and you can just say it depends.
Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah.
Like, how much money do you make? Like with a vehicle question, like how much money do you make?
Mm-hmm.
Are you in a service industry? Are
Yeah.
you in a construction industry? Are you a real estate agent? Are you this? Are you that? Do you own rental properties, et cetera, et cetera? So it's not as simple as
Hey, should I go buy
can
a
I write
vehicle
my
and deduct
vehicle
it?
off?
Yeah.
Right. Can I
Yeah.
write my vehicle off?
Yeah.
Because the main thing is everybody always wants mileage. And I think a lot of people don't understand that you can't take your actual costs, which would be writing off the vehicle,
Right.
which would be your gas, insurance,
Right.
et cetera, and your mileage. You can only do one or the other.
Right.
And it's not something that you have to stick to your whole
Yeah, so if you
career.
want to take mileage, you've got to do it in the first year. After that, if you take actual expenses the first year that you put that vehicle into service with your business, you got to stick with that throughout the life of the vehicle. If you start with mileage, you have the option to go back and forth,
Right.
but you've got to take mileage the first year to be able to do that.
Right.
So that's something always to consider.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and there's a lot
But
to
no, to answer your question, yeah, it's like you can't do both
right.
of the same thing. Yeah, you can't take actual
And a
and
lot of it
mileage.
is what are you as a tax filer? Are you an aggressive tax filer?
Right.
Are you I want to do everything 100% by the book tax filer?
Right.
Because I've had clients from risk tolerance 0 to 1,000,
Yeah. Yeah.
and some want to take the chance. And
Right.
I'm like, well, that's not correct.
Right.
In the eyes of the IRS, are they going to follow you around town to see you driving that car?
Right.
Probably not.
Right.
But, so I mean, I guess the general rule of can I write my vehicle off is how much business use are you going to use? So
Yep.
if you can justify that you use your vehicle 100% of the time, I would say buying a Ferrari would be a stretch, even
Yeah.
if it's 100% of the time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there are technical rules, which the luxury car,
Mhm.
obviously, a 2-door, 4-door, this or that. But the rule is if it's over 6,000 pounds, you can write it off, which they made that rule specifically for big equipment vehicles and construction. And,
Right.
you go out here and you see a heating and air.
Right.
Obviously they need a work van to drive to work, and your construction worker is going to buy that F-350.
Yep.
That's what the rule is for. Now it's kind of I would consider it somewhat of a loophole that, you could have a construction company that you do one job for
Mm-hmm.
just for the simple fact that you want to buy a new over
Right.
6,000 pound car
Right.
and put that vehicle in that business.
Right.
And it's 100% business because you are driving. The only time you drive it
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
is from. So, yes, I mean, most of the time somebody comes in here and they say, can I write my vehicle off? I will say yes,
Yeah.
but it depends.
Right.
So, if you're a realtor, yes.
Yeah.
That's all you
Absolutely.
do every day.
Absolutely.
Now you can't go driving a Lamborghini or a Ferrari and expect to write off $230,000 from the jump.
Right.
You're going to have to. I tell people with exotic cars, start your own, kind of like a plane.
Mm-hmm.
If you're fortunate enough to, own your own twin buster or whatever they're called, turbo
Crop duster.
crop duster, turbo duster, whatever. Yeah, very crop. then you can you can put that plane in an LLC and all your expenses, the pilot, the gas, all that stuff, and most people will rent that out.
Right.
Right. I got the pleasure of riding in a turbo duster.
I'm gonna ride in a turbo duster.
Most anybody that I know has a plane comes from old money.
Uh-huh.
Very old, as Al Pacino in Sin of a Woman says. He's sitting over there in Daddy's pocket. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to go ride on one of those twice. I've been on a private quotation mark private jet.
Yeah.
And it just scares the shit out of me, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so small.
Yeah.
So it's like I was telling you that one day. I was like, how do you even learn
to drive a plane?
Yeah. There's so many clients that are like, I'm getting a plane. I'm like,
Yeah.
Do you know how to drive it?
Do you
Do you know
just
how to
take
fly
off?
it? Yeah, do you just
You just take off and just go?
like we're gonna drive to or we're gonna fly to Cancun? Like,
Uh-huh.
what do you do?
What
Do
do
you
you
just get in the air and go? Like, do you
there's
have?
there's no roads up
Yeah,
there.
I mean, it's just like where do you just head south? Like you get a
Uh,
compass and
I think there's a little more to it than
yeah, you're
that.
gonna land in Guatemala in a war zone. That would be my luck. I'd be like, you know what, dude? Let's get a plane.
Uh,
It was like, let's go to freaking Cancun for the weekend. We end up in freaking the jungles of Cambodia.
yeah. I don't think this is it.
Yeah, I don't think we hit the resort area. But yeah, I just there's so many controls in a plane. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's pretty
gosh.
scary. Yeah. I can't imagine.
No, I mean most of them are self-driving, which that would make me or self-flying.
Yeah.
Self-flying. That's how.
You just put it on autopilot and let it does all the
it
rest
just,
of
it
it.
just lands it, brings the
Lands
wheels
itself.
out, lands itself, ejects you out.
Yeah.
It tells you have a good
You
day.
just take a nap the whole time.
No, I mean that's so out of the realm of anything that I would do.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I think if I had endless supply of money,
Yeah.
then I would probably get some just
plane.
because I hate driving.
Yeah.
Like Florida.
Well, I think it makes sense for some people that are traveling around a lot
Yeah,
to go in with like 10 other people on a chartered jet,
Yeah.
you
yeah,
know, and rent that out. Maybe it makes more sense, but like, you know,
Yeah.
if you're not traveling around a whole lot to these super far places, it
No,
probably
you
doesn't make
don't
a whole
need-
lot of sense.
No. But if you're like I mean, one of the worst things in the world to me is flying.
Yeah.
Like I hate the
See,
process.
I don't mind flying.
I hate
I
it.
enjoy it.
I hate everything
I
about
kind of like doing it by myself
I
too.
hate everyone in the airport. I hate everyone on the airplane. I hate everyone that is
Uh,
associated that working for Delta and
uh,
all of them.
yeah.
Like by the time I'm a wreck, by the time I get off the plane and I get to my destination, I go to bed.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I get anxiety.
Yeah.
Like, there's freaking people hit you with their luggage, hit you with their bag, running over, especially the Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah, Atlanta's
Atlanta
pretty bad.
airport, dude. I mean, I've been in so many confrontations in airports.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. I just, the attitude. Oh my God. Me and my kid were sitting in the Atlanta airport one time and this server was just so rude. And everything I asked, she said we're out of.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally went down the list. And there was only like 12 things on the list. And by the time I got to like number 6, and she was like, don't have any.
Uh-huh.
Don't have any. I said, well, what do you fucking have? And everybody turns around, and they're like, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy now. Yeah. Me, the one who's sitting here. Oh, yeah, dude, I hate flying. Oh, my God. My wife will tell you she hates to fly with me.
Yeah.
I think I do fly better alone.
Yeah.
Because when you have your kids in the airport,
I can only imagine
it's a
with
totally
that.
different ball game.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still an asshole in the airport. Like I just want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't like to wait.
See, I like getting there super early, getting through security, going, sitting at the bar, getting something
You
to
haven't
eat.
flown a lot though, then have you?
Well, I mean, decent. Not a
Yeah.
whole lot, but a decent amount. I mean,
Okay.
I've probably flown 20, 25 times in my
And you
life.
still like the
Yeah,
process of it?
yeah. It's just,
You're mental.
it's definitely Atlanta sucks for sure. It
Atlanta's
sucks.
the armpit of
Yeah.
the world. That airport. I mean, it's got to be one of the most traveled through airports in the world.
For sure. Well, it's like its own little city there.
Yeah.
Like the airport's
it's-
its own deal.
Yeah. I mean, they got restaurants everywhere.
You know what?
Obviously,
You
they
know, an
don't-
airport that I was very underwhelmed with that I thought was gonna be cool was LAX.
Yeah, agree.
It's pretty. It's like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Anytime I've been out there, I fly through Burbank.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the little Chattanooga of.
Oh,
So you don't have to deal with any of that BS.
Okay.
But yeah, I've flown through LAX and I thought,
Yeah, it's pretty.
Atlanta, I always say, oh man, Atlanta's worse than this.
Yeah.
Because I thought, I'm trying to think of like Chicago is pretty intense.
Mm.
Vegas sucks.
Yeah.
The one coming back, obviously when you're going to Vegas, you're in a good mood.
Oh, yeah.
But coming home from Vegas,
Trying to remember coming home from Vegas. I don't think it was that bad.
what's your best story from going to Las Vegas?
I don't think I can tell that. I've only been once. So,
Oh,
but
how
it was
old were
I
you?
went for a bachelor party and it was
Was it a couple years ago? Was it like recently?
right when we started the firm, so it was 2019.
2019?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, 2019
Yeah.
is when we went.
So
I mean,
when we
it
do
was
our giveaway, we'll have to have the people on here that win,
for sure.
and they'll have to come back with a story.
If Liza would ever get us our freaking chairs.
Yeah, There's just some chairs. We gotta get some guests.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vegas. I'll tell you mine. So my mom decided to take me on my 21st birthday to Las Vegas.
Just you and your mom?
She's out there right now. My mom loves Las Vegas, which I think is so funny because she doesn't really gamble.
Uh-huh.
She just loves to go to those terrible shows like
Yeah.
Donna and Marie Osmond.
Oh my
Dude, they go out there and they love it. And
Uh-huh.
I'm like, my stepdad hates it.
Uh-huh.
And my dad hates it. Like any part of gambling, like they just don't like to gamble. But before they legalized online sports gambling, I mean, I was in Vegas 3 times a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I go a lot. But the first time I went, my mom took me. I'm 21, and my roommate, wants my roommate to go, who was a golfer at UTC. And so we get down there, and first time flying too.
Mhm.
The first time, Southwest, used to fly Southwest, Nashville to Vegas. Anyway, so we get there, and we just automatically get tanked. I
Mhm.
mean, within minutes, we're sitting at the pool, and we got big Mirage. We stay at the Mirage.
Uh-huh.
And so that night, my mom was like, "Hey, we're going to go to the Siegfried and Roy car." And so me and my friend were like, "Okay." And we go, and we're just absolutely tanked, screaming at the Tigers with my mom. And then we leave, and we go sit at a blackjack table and playing with my mom. And this guy, he just starts getting real cocky with me
Uh-huh.
at the blackjack table. And I had worked at Little Debbie at the time, right?
Mhm.
And so he asked me, "Where'd you work? What do you do?" And I said, "Well, I stack boxes at Little Debbie."
Mhm.
I was like, that's and so every time I lost, he'd say, "Well, that's a lot of Little Debbie's right there."
Oh, God.
And so, I'm sitting there with my mom. Like, what am I supposed to do? Confront this
Yeah.
guy? And so he lost, and I said, "Bet you wish you had some of my Debbie's." Bitch, But anyway, so we go out. This is the first night. We go out. And my roommate's probably 5'6", 5'7",
Mhm.
and I had no money,
Mhm.
nothing. I have nothing. In fact, I'm pretty sure I was bouncing checks when I was 21,
Uh-huh.
all over the place. But so we go to some I think it was Area 50 or Studio 54.
Yeah.
Studio 54. It was
Yeah.
at MGM. I mean, just crazy atmosphere, like
Uh-huh.
naked girls swinging from ropes, something
Uh-huh.
I had never seen before.
Oh,
So
wow.
we walk in, and we've been drinking all day.
Right.
And we're staying in a room with my mom. Yeah.
I can't believe
Yeah.
that was the trip she took you on for your 21st
This is
birthday.
that's how like clueless I love my mom today.
Uh-huh,
Like
uh-huh.
at that time, like I think she was just like, "I'm gonna take my son to Las Vegas because he's of gambling age."
Yeah.
So anyways, we're out, and I look down. They're 3 hours behind us.
Right.
So I look down. It's 4 a.m.
Uh-huh.
Their time.
Their time. Yeah.
So it's 7 our time.
Uh-huh.
So we're closing down this place, which they don't close,
Uh-huh.
but they close.
Mhm.
And I look, and I'm looking for my roommate everywhere. Can't find him. They played California Love about 7,000 times.
Mhm.
That song was just absolute. Anyways, I look down, and my roommate is with Sasquatch, the 8-foot tall woman. I mean, this girl towered over him. And I was yelling at him. He didn't hear me, so he didn't come back he didn't come with me.
Uh-huh.
And so you think MGM to Mirage is like right there,
Mhm.
but when you're in Vegas, right there is like 4 miles.
Right.
So I literally look in my pockets. I got like $20 to my name,
Mhm.
not in my pocket, to my name.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I got to walk or I got to get a cab. And then I look over and see Fatburger. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta go get a burger. So I come out, and I'm just freaking. I spent all my money on Fatburger, so I was like, I gotta walk. And Vegas, you're not supposed to walk down the strip. You're supposed to go up the steps and go around. Not me.
Right.
I walk straight
down.
through,
Yeah.
and then I go through there, and literally it's like the movies. This guy pops out of nowhere with a trench coat and opens his trench coat and watches him sitting there. And so I was like, I mean, this whole walk home, it was so long. And then I get to the Mirage. I walk through, and my mom is sitting playing slots
No.
at 7 a.m. Has been waiting up for me all night long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, obviously this was before I had a cell phone.
Pre-cell phone.
Yeah. And she's just a wreck, and she's like, "Where's your roommate?" And I don't want to say his name in case he listens. And I said,
Don't put him on
I
blast.
said, he went home with a softball player. And dude, that whole next day she didn't talk to us.
Oh,
He
wow.
came strolling in about 2 p.m. the next day, and he
Uh-huh.
just looked at me and just kind of, like, oh shit. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, dude,
You've messed up.
yeah,
Yeah.
you've really, yeah. So, anyways, there she is.
Oh, wah.
We haven't talked about anything
Yeah.
on
We
this list.
we talked about vehicle deductions for about 5 minutes. Didn't even talk about Bohemian Grove at all. We mentioned it a couple
Where are we
times.
at?
How long we been up here?
I got us at 1 hour. Look at her,
Right on it.
old Dolly Parton.
Dollar.
Oh, Dolly. Hey, if you guys ever want to know how to get to Dollywood or what to ride at Dollywood,
Call Liza
call
Brown.
Eliza because she goes there every single weekend.
She can tell you every ride that's there.
Yes.
All the Splash Country rides.
Back roads.
Where to
Back
stay.
roads.
Yeah.
Back roads.
Yeah.
Go to the Oshkosh
She knows
Bagosh
where to
Suite.
eat. Yeah.
Where do you eat when you go to Dollywood?
What's your favorite breakfast place to eat there?
I haven't been to
I forgot she eats a bird now. She doesn't eat.
Yeah. You don't eat breakfast? You can't trust somebody that doesn't eat breakfast.
I don't. Yeah, that's my
Middle of the day.
favorite meal of the day. Favorite meal of the day is breakfast.
Hey, you know what I did? You want to hear something random? I bought one of those cupping things.
For your back?
Well, I put it on my calf.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I always see people put them on their.
See it?
Yeah.
It hurts like a mofo.
Yeah.
Man, it hurts.
Yeah. But you have to light. I mean, you have to light it on fire, right? The top, so it creates the suction, and then it.
Yeah, well, it's all you can buy them on Amazon now.
Uh-huh.
And I bought one. It was like $140,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had like a issue since I was like a sophomore in high school,
Mm-hmm.
where my foot falls asleep if I run on it too much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been happening lately, and I thought, just out of nowhere, of course, I pop up my Instagram, and it's, here's the solution, right? Like,
Yeah.
my mind,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, it's a cupping thing that I see those heinous scars, or they're not scars, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Just little circles all
I'll
over.
keep everyone updated. I'm sure they are very curious how it works.
Yeah. So when did you do it?
This morning.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've tried to up my exercise from 3 miles to 4 miles, and it has been a very rough transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any weights?
No.
No weights.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know. I got one.
Don't want to get bulky again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already. If I start lifting weights, like I'll be like a little bowling ball.
Yeah.
Like it's uncomfortable. Like no. I gotta get on the Liza diet.
Yeah. When you start working out with
Beer and ice cream.
Yeah. And 4 Celsius is a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Celsius.
She's wigged out by 10 a.m. every morning.
Can they hear you on there?
No.
Not at all.
Mm-mm. Can you hear her on here?
No, I can hear it outside of here.
Yeah.
So what are we waiting on, as far as the equipment to get us?
So we've got another setup like this, so we can have one guest if we could just get a chair.
Well, if Dolly would stop going to Dollywood and order a chair, we got a chair right there.
Yeah.
We got 6 chairs. Did we cover vehicle depreciation?
Kind of, sort of. I mean, maybe we go deeper into vehicle deductions in Bohemian Grove this week.
This week?
Yeah, because this is obviously getting recorded a week later than it should, because I was sick.
Well, you were sick, and then I was sick.
And then you were sick. Yeah.
Actually, I wasn't sick. I just didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
Just being honest. I was in one of those moods where, typically if you're going to cut people off in traffic, you might throw a sorry at them. I was throwing a
you're throwing the bird.
I was like, I'm coming over, bitch, no matter what.
Right.
Like it was just one of those weeks. Just had a really shitty week.
It happens.
It was bad. It happens though.
Yeah.
How you get down, you bounce back up.
At least you acknowledge that it's probably a good idea for you not to be out. So
yeah,
That's
why I didn't go to the awards.
Yeah.
Sorry, Times Free Press.
Yeah.
But not my type of shindig.
It was good though.
Yeah.
Like we said, it was good.
I think the fact that we've won 5 years, we've been in business 5 years, and we've won Best of the Best 5 years.
5 years.
I think that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And I'm an event. I think the Times Free Press should recognize it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think they should. I mean, I think we've been pretty successful starting from nothing.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of articles written in the paper that you think the guy started a food truck. Cool.
Right.
I mean, that's great and all, but like we've never had an article written
No
about
big
us.
recognition.
No, not unless you pay. Are they going to put you on the front of the business section, put you on the front of Edge, chat, whichever one they do?
Yeah.
Like, but you pay the money and they'll give you your spot. But yeah,
Sure.
I think there should be a little given,
Yeah.
what's it called? Give and take.
Yeah, for sure. Some reciprocation.
Some reciprocation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we can do a big article about the Hood's Nest on there. Front page of the Cityscope. Or they don't do Cityscope, do they? That's its own thing.
Yeah, that's its own thing.
Yeah.
I think it's Edge.
Is it Edge?
Is it Edge?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if it wasn't for our rep, we'd probably have different decisions.
Is there best podcast in Chattanooga? Was that one of the categories for best of the best?
No, they got everything else, but I looked, they didn't have any of the entertainment. I mean, it was like, there's categories now where it's like deep dive into restaurants, like best wing, best protein shake.
Oh, wow.
Best burger.
Yeah.
Chicken. And I don't agree with any of them.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's whoever got the votes, which that's one thing that.
Yeah, I think best biscuit, like Hardee's was up there. It's like, why is that in there?
That's not local.
No, it should be local businesses. Yeah. I don't understand why Hardee's.
Yeah, which that's another thing that Tom's Free Press is. They got in a partnership with an accounting firm that's not local.
Oh, yeah.
And that's very irritable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like, if you're going to say you're Chattanooga, then it's got to be Chattanooga
based. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, if you want to support, Starbucks, like go support Starbucks.
Right.
But yeah, you're going to go to another coffee shop. What are the local ones that people own?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that'd be cool to throw them a bone every once in a while.
Right.
But I'm not going to get in a partnership with Starbucks when you got local people here.
Yeah.
Liza? But yeah, I think there should have been. I'm going to be a petty baby about it. Like I think in 5 years there should have been an article written about us and the success that we've had, and not continue to have to pay for it.
Well, maybe talk to the marketing person about that.
I'll talk to nobody. Bitch about it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, wait a minute. We busted our ass for 5 years. Like we deserve it.
Yeah, I agree.
What I really love are the haters. Actually, I won't call them haters. I'll call them losers.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that, when you do win, start chiming in on you doing giveaways and stuff. Like last time I checked, it was a competition.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey,
when
we
you
got
compete,
first. Yeah.
If you ain't first, you're last.
You ain't first, you're last. Yeah. I mean, we won. At the end of the day, we won.
I mean, I could tell you some probably 2 to 3 people who has taken a shit on the fact that we have done giveaways, and then within the last couple of years, did them themselves.
Yeah.
Didn't win before.
Sounds a little hypocritical.
Didn't win, and now they're winning.
Yeah.
And they're doing exactly what they were condescending and making fun of.
It's funny how that happens.
So, sometimes I don't attend events with those folks.
Sort of people.
The hypocritical, we had a client one time that was giving me crap about that best of the best was stupid. And I said, oh, do you not win?
Yeah.
I was like, are you not nominated? And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, why would you be a hater at something like that? Like, when you're 40 and there's a competition, let's go do it.
Right.
I can't go hoop anymore.
Yeah.
But you want to play fantasy football?
Yeah.
You want to do a best of the best competition?
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I don't want to go to the event. I'm good.
Well, like I said, it was fun. We had a good table.
Are we retired from the best of the best? Are we retiring?
It's up to you. I think we should go for 10.
Oh my God.
Let's go for 10.
And get the plaque.
Yeah.
Get the plaque that says 10 on it that still doesn't say first place.
So it doesn't say first place, yeah. Makes no sense.
Does it say first place on our 5 year?
There we go. Heck yeah.
We're number 1.
We're number 1.
Hey, you know who's a proud supporter of Boyd Buchanan Athletics now? Hood CPA and Associates.
Oh, nice.
There's a big game Saturday, or was it Friday? Boyd and Silverdale.
It was Friday? Who won?
Boyd. There were more people at that game than a UTC game.
Really? I believe it. I believe it. UTC's terrible right now.
Oh, they're 0-3?
They're 0-4, I think.
Are they 0-4?
I think so.
They didn't play this week.
Oh, then they're 0-3. Okay.
They play a really small school next week, so maybe.
Hopefully they can get a win.
I mean, they scored 3 points against Mercer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on down there. I would
Neither.
love to. I don't really know because like I wish I knew more of the players and stuff. I know I'm really involved with basketball.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm telling you, local high school football,
Mm-hmm.
man, people are showing out,
Yeah.
especially at these private schools.
Yeah,
Like,
the Red Bank Signal game was apparently packed out at Red Bank.
yeah,
That's what I heard.
which
So,
that's crazy. We're talking about that. Like I was talking about the schools that are good.
mhm,
You know, it's like obviously McMinn County and all these schools that are further away from private schools
right,
are going to have the kids to the athletes. But
right.
I forgot about because Red Bank's pretty solid.
Yeah, they consistently. I mean, I think they've had a couple of years over the past 20 years that
Yeah.
they've been kind of down, but which that happens with all the public
Yeah,
schools.
yeah.
But unless you're Maryville,
Well, they got
or
the
Alcoa,
athletes. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah,
those,
where? How are those?
I don't know what goes on up there, but
Yeah.
Alcoa and Maryville, they reload and reload
Yeah.
and reload every single year.
Well, I know like Rome and those like areas
Hmm.
where all these talent comes out. Like it's very well known that that Shaw and those carpet people
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
move families into that area,
Yeah.
give them a job at Shaw
at Shaw.
to get their kid to play football there.
Yeah, yeah.
Why couldn't my kid? Why couldn't my kids? Landon Jackson, if you're listening to this, why
Yeah.
couldn't you have done that for Papa?
Right.
Why is it Shaw moving you down to yeah, but Alcoa
Yeah,
and
every year.
Maryville,
Yeah.
yeah, they're powerhouses. What's
Wow.
the ones in Nashville?
I mean, you got Brentwood in Nashville. You've got
Yeah, that's a private school. Like Maryville and Alcoa are public.
they're
schools,
public.
right?
Yeah, yeah, they're public. I mean, CAK. I think CAK is up there in, or is that Knoxville? I think CAK is Knoxville. Yeah,
I don't know. Hey,
there's so many.
private schools have
Franklin,
private schools have taken over.
Christian Brothers.
Yeah, Christian Brothers. That's where like Tim McGraw's kids go. And
Oh,
stuff like
okay.
that.
Is
I
that
don't know. That's where all. I mean, there's so many celebrities that live in Nashville now.
Yeah.
Like, and all their kids go to, like, I think it's Christian Brothers or Brentwood or
okay?
I don't know, one of those.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Nashville.
I don't know all the Nashville schools. I just know that they've got a bunch of big schools up
I
there
want
that
to
are
hang
good.
out in Nashville more. I'm just too lazy.
Yeah.
But I would love to like if there was a music scene.
Mm-hmm.
That was. It just seems more than a 2.5-2 hour drive.
Yeah, it sucks going over Monte
Something
Eagle.
about that mountain.
Yeah, yeah, that going over Monte Eagle kind of
I had a
stuff.
flat tire coming down that mountain one
Coming
time.
down
Sounds
Monte
like a
Eagle.
country song. Yeah, I had a flat tire coming down that one time. Yeah, I did. I was work. Do what?
Yeah.
Mary, did you know? Dude, back in the day, Dollywood was the pits.
I
It's
don't
called Silver Dollar City. Remember that?
I don't remember the Silver Dollar City.
Am I that old?
I don't. I
Oh, it
haven't
sucked.
heard that.
It sucked.
Really.
They had like 2 rides, and it was just all bluegrass.
Tennessee
awesome.
Tornado.
Oh, that was like the first. Like there was no ride. Like the only ride they had was that goofy one where you go through the Blazing
Fury.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
rode that like 100 times as a
Yeah.
kid. But yeah, it used to be called Silver Dollar City.
Oh, okay.
And then when I was a kid, you'd go up there and just mine for the fake gold,
Uh huh.
and then it was just all bluegrass gospel music.
I got you.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
It's
It's
pretty,
legit.
Yeah, it's legit now. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
they've got some legit roller coasters up there.
when's the last time you went into downtown Gatlinburg?
Downtown Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Not Pigeon Forge, not
Yeah.
Sevierville. It's
Oh,
probably been
wow.
20 years for me.
Of course you were.
What is wrong with her?
I don't know.
I was looking at Instagram and I was like, is she there again?
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
She got the Mickey Mouse.
She's got the gold pass up there, man. Yeah.
She's got a season pass. You might as well take advantage of it.
Do you have the top tier season pass?
Do you
No.
VIP it where you get to go in the back?
No, I don't do that. Gold.
Okay.
Because they got the VIP parking where you don't have to sit through those damn trolleys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hate Dollywood,
That's
dude.
part of the experience.
I don't even go. They get so mad at me. We do a family trip every year, a Tennessee Alabama game,
Mm-hmm.
and they take the kids to Dollywood during all the football games.
Oh my god.
It's a zillion degrees.
Yeah.
You got to wait on that trolley.
Oh yeah.
And the last 3 years, I've just been like,
That's a good time to go. Though I mean that time of year, late October. That's a pretty good time to go up there.
Well, the fall, the fall colors. and
Yeah, yeah,
fall-
yeah. Christmas is cool. The Christmas lights
Yeah.
are pretty cool at Dollywood.
Yeah, yeah. I want to go to downtown Gatlinburg. Like that's where when I was 19, 20 years old and we
Huh.
couldn't drink.
That's
where
where y'all
we would
go. Oh wow.
We'd go. They'd sell us beers
Uh-huh.
downtown Gatlinburg, and we stay at that Ramada Inn.
Yeah.
And pull up lawn chairs and just yell at people.
That's the one that's right on the river or the creek right there?
Well, like it's
Pigeon
almost,
Creek or what? Pigeon River or whatever. Is that right? That may not be in the same
I don't
spot.
know, but I know it sits right on the strip.
Okay.
And so
I
you
know.
can- you
I
can
think
get
I know
your
what you're
lawn
talking about.
chair and just sit right there. And that was
Uh-huh.
back before probably it got really, really, crazy.
Uh-huh.
'Cause people would, they cruise it. You
Mhm.
just cruise up and down, and
Right.
bumping your rap music with your lights under your car.
Yeah.
Like,
I've only stayed in downtown Gatlinburg once in high school because we went up there for a Christmas tournament, basketball Christmas tournament.
Gatlinburg Pittman.
Yeah. And
They
played.
got that hotel that's like like a spinning circular. There might be the Radisson or something. I don't
Okay.
know, but it's like the big.
It's in Gatlinburg.
It's in Gatlinburg, yeah.
Gotcha.
And you could take a little trolley down to go to Ripley's Believe It or Not or whatever the hell goofy shit's going on down there.
Ober Gatlinburg's. Okay.
Is that where the polar bear is?
Maybe. I don't know. Is it?
There used to be a polar bear.
You can go ice skating up there.
Oh, dude, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't ice skate.
I love ice skating.
Yeah. I'm like Happy Gilmore out there. Like, I'm just a big bull in a china shop. Yeah.
Did you grow up rollerblading or skating?
Roller skating.
See,
I've never rollerbladed.
I was a blader.
Yeah, I've never bladed.
Yeah.
Never bladed, bro.
Yeah, if you bladed, then you should be able to ice skate.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried ice skating.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't go very fast.
Yeah.
I'm a stepper.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I rollerbladed, or no,
Skate.
Yeah, roller skated.
So it's like a square almost. It's
but
2 and 2.
dude, all the roller skating rings around here were janky growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some creepy shit going on.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like old Skating Jake's out in Hickson, he had peepholes in the girls' bathroom. They shut that thing
No
down.
way.
Yeah. Their mascot was a fucking donkey. It was like a donkey / elk, but yeah, he had peepholes in the bathrooms of the girls' bathroom.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. Send your kid there for their birthday party.
Yeah.
And then there was the one they had in Hickson when you go over, is that date? You know what I'm talking about? Like roller coaster skate world.
I think I'd been to
Everybody
that
had their
one.
birthday parties.
Yeah.
But this one they got over here on Gun Barrel, like you might as well, you're gonna get shot if you go to that one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel safe at all at that place.
Where's that one at? I don't even know
It's
where.
right off Gun Barrel.
Huh.
It's like the only roller skating place I know of around here.
Hmm.
But it's
I
not
don't think I've been there.
it's not a fun experience.
Okay.
It's not. I've
Uh-huh.
been there like 3 or 4 times, and every time I look at my wife, I was like, what did we come here for? Get these stanky ass skates on?
Is there not a skating rink at that place over there off Lee Highway where the bowling alley is and all that? There's a bowling alley
My
and
Sportsman Warehouse?
Yeah. There's not. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just a bowling alley with a bunch of arcades.
Bunch of arcade
And they
stuff.
got a laser tag.
Oh,
Yeah, dude,
okay.
that place is cool, but it is expensive.
Yeah, I've been once.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
they got a bar in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't-
spare time or spare alley or
It's something like that.
Yeah.
There's a spare time on Hickson Pike.
yeah. That's what Holiday Bowl used to be.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I forgot what they renamed the one because there's the Mexican restaurant that we meet our client at. That's
Yeah.
right beside
Yeah,
there. I won't say your name.
Yeah.
We like to eat Mexican all the time and talk.
I doubt he'll watch this podcast.
He
But,
may.
yeah, you never know. You
I
never
had
know.
Somebody came up to me and said that they listened to the whole 2 hours the first time, which by
Wow.
the way, I think we're.
How long we been going?
You know what I love is when people text me that I don't know. Good afternoon. Do you have a sec?
No. Just say no.
I just put the thumbs down.
Yeah.
button.
Yeah.
Thumbs down.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so to summarize, so what we're doing for the giveaway.
Oh
Did you
yeah.
hear about the giveaway? Nobody has listened this long, so we'll just go ahead. So if
Well, you told about the giveaway pretty early.
did I?
Early-ish.
Okay, so
Yeah.
giveaway. We have 4 subscribers right now. If we get 100 or 1,000 views,
Yeah.
we're doing a giveaway for 2 people to the Sphere in Las Vegas. Boom.
Yeah.
Biddy bye-bye.
You better subscribe, Liza.
Oh, I don't even want to hear the money shit coming from you after that last Christmas giveaway or whatever we did.
I don't even know. I don't even remember the Christmas giveaway.
No, it wasn't a Christmas. It was the best of the best.
Oh, that. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is for the Hood's Nest.
Yeah.
This is specifically for loyal listeners and fans.
So 1,000 views or 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whichever one. Because, 1,000 views is
Is that going to be on any video or specifically this video?
any video.
Okay.
Any of them. Especially one where they want to hear 5 minutes of vehicle depreciation.
We'll divulge into what we were actually supposed to talk about next time.
It's over 6,000 pounds. You can write it off.
There's not that many changes for 2024, which I think, should we talk about this later? How long have we been going?
A long time.
Should we end it?
Hold on, we got to do our sign off.
What is our sign?
I don't know. Should we come up with a good one?
We gotta have an intro. We gotta shoot an intro and an outro.
Yeah, we need an intro, but we can't use the songs though. Like all the songs though.
We gotta figure out how to buy the songs. Wait, we can use songs though if we're on Spotify, right?
Yeah, and I think Instagram.
Yeah.
Have you noticed on Instagram they started putting stuff, and then in the caption it's like buy a 2025 Escalade.
Oh, okay.
So they're saying you could get away with doing copyright whatever you want to on Instagram and Facebook as long as the caption doesn't say
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's how, if you notice, if you're scrolling through stuff, it'll say at the bottom something just outrageous. But
maybe we should switch to Spotify so we can use the song we want to use for the intro.
I think we could do both.
Yeah.
Can we do both?
Yeah.
Because I think we could upload.
Well, we just couldn't use. I guess if we do it on YouTube, we just couldn't use the song.
Oh, I got you.
So
we could make our own song.
Yeah. Are you a musician?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You used to DJ.
I did.
Yeah, I forgot.
Let's not say it was all the time. It was.
What was your name? What was your stage name?
I didn't have a name. I was just a fill-in.
Oh, okay.
When the drunk DJ didn't show up at Ocean Avenue, which now is called
Bar Watson.
Bar Watson.
Yeah.
It was the Palms. Yeah, when that drunk dude didn't show up, I would get pumped, dude. I'd go out to my car with my booklet of CDs. I'd be like, let's go! That's awesome. I think my friend would jump up there one time, and you got to read the crowd. You look out there, and it's a bunch of rednecks.
Yeah.
White Snake.
Right.
Yeah, you got to go straight from the White Snake. Here I go. It starts out kind of White Snake is, starts out really slow, and then it just, amps up. I remember my friend who was up there, and he used to talk like Hank Hill, but that's a terrible song. Why are you playing this song? Oh my God, look at those people in this song. And then it hits, the part comes in, and he's like, oh, I like this song. Yeah, I told you I'm the best DJ, fill-in DJ there is. Yeah. Most DJs get all the chicks though. The chicks are dancing around it. It wasn't that kind of
That
scene.
wasn't the scene.
No.
Well, that Bar Watson scene, if it's the same as the Bar Watson scene now, is probably.
I would say that scene has never changed.
It's a very unique scene.
Yeah. They tried to make it classy when it was called the Palms, and they started charging a cover charge.
Yeah.
And that was obviously back in the days that I was going out, but it's changed hands so many times.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's a fun time.
Bar Watson. What's the average number of people that are in there when you go?
I've only been 3 or 4 times, and it's usually pretty packed in there.
Yeah.
I don't know, if
hip hop music.
Oh, the music that's going on. Yeah. They'll play older stuff, early 2000s, some late 90s stuff. Yeah. But every time I've gone in there, I've had a pretty good time.
Yeah.
But it's definitely an older crowd.
Yeah.
It's your 30s, 40s, 50s crowd.
It's usually a divorcee crowd.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, signing off, since Liza wants to be awkward and standing in front of us.
Till next time.
Bye.